Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced, and basically I'm introducing two new podcasts to the world. One podcast is Economics and Finance for Noobs. So basically, this is not going to necessarily be a opinion soapbox for me. This is going to be a place where I'm going to talk about basic economic and finance concepts like what is stocks, what are bonds, what are different schools of economic thought, what is crypto, topics like this to help people understand these topics. So it's really like if you're really interested in like learning about those topics and just how to better kind of understand the world of finance and what's going on in the world as well, and just be able to better understand the news economically, subscribe to that podcast, which will again all of these will be on Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, iTunes, you name it. The other podcast I am starting is Living Better, which is a podcast on health, motivation, and productivity. In this podcast, I'll be mainly talking about like a lot of things that I've learned through my experience in my life that have led me to live a better life. Like a lot of my recent health changes, a lot of the things I do to stay motivated to do a lot of the things I've done, how I'm able to multitask and maintain a high level of productivity. A lot of those tips, a lot of those experiences will be shared on that podcast. This is in addition to the podcasts I have that already exist, which include a Data Nation, where a podcast where I talk about like data engineering primarily, but data engineering and topics that affect data engineers, data analysts, data scientists. So if you want to listen to that, listen to that. Again, I generally talk in all these podcasts for all people of all walks. So if you just were curious and wanted to learn more about the data engineering world, you could just literally start from episode 1 of that podcast and have a better understanding as an outsider. Same thing with Web Dev 101, which is my podcast where I talk more about web development technologies and being a developer and becoming a developer and things like that. And then, of course, my classic podcast, the Alex Merced Cast, which is my opinion soapbox. So if you're looking to just hear me kind of spout off my opinion on the issues of the day, that would be the podcast to listen to. But if you're just looking to like learn some stuff and any of these topics, economics, health, data, web, there's these podcasts you can find on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher. So this sort of statement, just that way everyone knows what podcasts I have available, is going to be put on all of my podcasts. So if you haven't subscribed to any of these podcasts, subscribe to the ones that you enjoy. Also, you guys can always reach out to me on like LinkedIn, on Twitter. So on the Twitter side of things, generally you can follow me at Alex Merced if you're just looking more on the economics, finance, health side. If you're more on the technology side, I do have a Twitter specifically focused on the data engineering stuff. That's AM Data Lakehouse. And I have a Twitter focused on the web development side of things, which is Alex Merced Coder. So you can follow me on Twitter. I'm pretty easy to reach there. You can follow me on LinkedIn. I'm pretty easy to reach there. You can also follow me on Slack. And you can either join one of the technology Slacks, which are the technology websites. So those following the technology podcast will know what that is. Or you can just follow it on my general Slack workspace, which you can find in the podcast description for Living Better and Economics and Finance for Noobs. So go subscribe to all these podcasts. Again, they're on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher. Also, make sure to on the technology side, I have a YouTube channel. Just look up Alex Merced Coder on YouTube. And then if you look up my normal Alex Merced YouTube channel, again, that's going to be more like my soapbox. So, if you're not looking just to hear sort of my opinion on things, and that may or may not be for you. So with that, my name is Alex Merced. I'll talk to you all later. You guys all have a great day and enjoy.